Hey, Motorman here, and today we're going to talk about the coming 2026 model Harley-Davidsons, and we'll also talk about the motorcycle industry overall. As you probably know, motorcycle sales have been down in America. Some third world countries where people buy 125cc bikes for the entire family to fit on, yeah, that's a different deal. But here in America, motorcycle sales have been down, and Harley-Davidson, because they're expensive motorcycles, their sales have gone down. Same thing with Indian and BMW's expensive models and Honda Goldwing. Let's face it, here in America, motorcycles are a toy. Maybe you can call it a sport or a hobby, but when interest rates are high, people don't want to buy expensive toys. Even the cars, Mercedes-Benz and Ferrari and all the upscale models that are very expensive, people don't want to buy them right now because the interest rates are high. And yes, even people who buy Ferraris finance them almost 95%. So I believe that come May, when the Powell is out of the Fed, the new person is going to come in and drop those interest rates, and that's going to help everyone. Well, right now, since oil production is way up, gas is as well. Right now, I think here in Florida, I saw gas just yesterday for $2.65 a gallon for regular. It hasn't been like that since the worst part of COVID, when nobody was driving or buying gasoline. So as energy prices drop, gas and oil, everything starts to go down in price. Why is that? Well, trucks transport materials all over the country, and trucks use diesel fuel, oil. And when that goes down, everything else is going to go down. It's going to follow. When interest rates go down, people will be more willing to buy big ticket items and finance them. Right now, I think Harley-Davidson's got 3.9 financing. I'm not sure on which models that is or what year models. They also have rebates for some people, some segments like military and first responders. But I believe that in 2026, once those interest rates start to drop, things are going to get better. Sales will go up. Will some more Harley dealers go out of business? I guess that's possible. I think they're weeding out the people that just aren't doing very well in the market. And when you go through a downturn, if your business is so-so, or you've spent a ton of money on the building, it's $10 million, and then sales go down, yeah, well, those are the people who are going to be in trouble. And there's a lot of rumors about Indian, by the way, who Indian, you know, is after the same tiny portion of Harley-Davidson's market. So if Harley-Davidson goes out of business because they're selling heavyweight, expensive motorcycles, Indian is gone too. As you probably know, that Indian was recently, Polaris sold Indian to another company, and I've heard some rumors about that. What did they buy, by the way? Indian is just a name. They actually went out of business in 1953, and since then they've sold the Indian name, I don't know, 2,000-3,000 times. I'm exaggerating, but not by much. But I heard a rumor. Here, just watch this. I've heard that since Polaris sold Indian, that they're going to have to change their name now to Indigenous Persons Native American Motorcycle Company.
Oh, yeah. They're sending out new stickers for the tank that says Indigenous Persons Native American Motorcycle Company.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
Oh, I think it's awesome.
Okay. All right, because that's a pretty big decal, and I heard if you don't put the decal on, they void your warranty. Is that true?
That's true, and they take your bike away. What's this?
Okay, I made that up. I'm kidding with you. I'm just messing with you. But you never know. You just talk to the Washington Redskins owner. Anyway, the fact that people say, well, Harley-Davidsons are too expensive, let me tell you something, and I've gone over this. I've showed you all the figures. Heavyweight touring motorcycles, cruisers are expensive, yes, but not just Harley-Davidson. Honda Goldwings starting around $25,000, $26,000. Indians, same price ranges. Harley-Davidson, they go up as high as, I think their premium model is like $45,000, just like the CVO is $45,000. BMW 1600 bagger, that bike starts around 23 and then go up to 35. And try to find a BMW that is a basic model. It's almost impossible to find because most of the bikes they send here are fully loaded. So yeah, they're all expensive. And when you hear people say that, yeah, Harleys used to be dirt cheap. I mean, I remember when anybody, if you were working part-time, you could afford a brand new Harley. Nonsense. That never happened. Harleys have always been expensive. I bought a brand new bike in 1974. I would have liked to got a Sportster at that time, but I think they were $2,500 or $2,800, and I bought a Honda 750 for $1,800. So yeah, they've always been expensive. It's never been the case that they were cheap or made for the blue-collar worker. Blue-collar worker saved their money and they bought a used Harley or a 2 or 3 year old Harley-Davidson. That's the way it was. So anything anybody tells you that's not the case, they used to be dirt cheap, it's complete BS. Just like you hear people saying, well, yeah, I want to buy an Ultra, they're $50,000. No, they're not. They're closer to $36,000. In fact, the new one they're coming out with, I don't know what the price is going to be, but those same people say, yeah, you could buy a brand new Go-Wing for like $10,000. No, you can't. It's nonsense. Check out the prices. All of the heavyweight touring type motorcycles are in the same price range. Harley prices their bikes right along with the competition, with the exception of the really small bikes, 250s, 300. But Harley's going to come out with, in 2026, a $6,000 motorcycle. I almost guarantee it's going to be something made overseas, maybe with a RevMax motor. Who knows? Is that going to be a good thing for Harley? I really can't say. Usually people go to a Harley-Davidson dealer, they don't go there to buy a cheap motorcycle, but if they happen to have one that's $6,000 and 500cc bike, yeah, maybe the person will buy that. They'll have it a year or so. They'll say, nah, this is kind of small. I go out on the highway, you know, everybody's passing me by. I want a heavyweight motorcycle. They ride better, they look better. So I'll go to the Harley dealer because they're probably going to give me more for my Harley trade-in, that $6,000 bike, than, say, Yamaha or Suzuki would. So I think things are going to get better in 2026. I believe sales are going to go up, interest rates are going to go down, energy prices are going to keep going down, and everything is going to get better. Now stay tuned because I got my tip of the week for you. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Oh, and comment below. I love to read those ridiculous comments you put in there. Not all of you, but about 10% of you come up with some stuff that I'm thinking, why would you, if you hate Harley-Davidson, why would you go on a video about Harley-Davidson and then spend the time to comment on it? I think it's because you really want a Harley-Davidson really bad, but for whatever reason, you can't afford one, your wife won't let you have one, you don't have a job, you got no credit, stuff like that. So watch this tip. I'm often asked about making a U-turn on a hill. It's the same thing as on flat ground, but master flat ground before you try it on a hill. This particular street is less than 18 feet wide, but as you can see, using the 3 techniques, head and eyes, turning my head and looking over my left shoulder as far as possible, staying in the friction zone, little pressure on the rear brake, and the bike can make it every time. But first, practice this on flat ground before moving to a hill. Next thing I'm going to tell you about, and you should know about this, are these glasses. These are from Flying Eyes. That's Flying Eyes Optics, and the point of these are they're extremely light, very flexible, and they were designed, they call it Flying Eyes because they were first designed with pilots in mind who have to wear helmets or earphones. And I noticed that with my normal glasses, if I have this full face helmet on for an hour or more while I'm riding, I start to get sort of a headache, you get pain on the side. Plus it's difficult to get the normal glasses to fit correctly into the helmet. But with these being so thin and so flexible, there's nothing to it. They're the most comfortable glasses I've ever used. That's FlyingEyesOptics.com. Tell them Motorman sent you. In fact, if you use the coupon code Motorman, you're going to save 10%. They have all different styles. Check them all out. Find something that you like. And also, you can get, these are prescription, by the way, so you can get prescription lens from FlyingEyesOptics.com.